Okay, at this moment, we're going to uh, learn how to make a line using a Desmos graphing calculator. We will learn how to position our line, how to cut a line, and how to make a shaded basic polygon. Okay, so we can make a line using any equation, but it is better if it is in the form y equals mx plus b. So my equation is y is equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, so it is in the y equals mx plus b, where our m here is 2. The slope controls the inclination of our line, and the 1 here, the y-intercept, this tells us that our line crosses at 1 because our y-intercept is also 1. Now, notice that our line is inclined going to the right. Why? Because the slope is positive. If you want this to incline going to the left, just make our slope -2 into any negative number. If we want to position our line horizontally, so just change the slope into 0. Okay, so you can simplify that. 0 times x is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So you can simply write your equation y is equal to 1, and you will have a horizontal line. Okay, so now if you want to make a vertical line, just change this y into 0, and you will have a vertical line. Okay, now how do we cut our line? So notice that this line extends forever, okay, in both ends. Now if you want only this line from here, -2 going to +1 of x, so we can cut this one by using the domain. The domain serves as the boundary. Remember that the domain is the set of all values, so it covers from left to right of our xy plane. So we will use x. So let's say we want it from, let's say, from -1. So right here, more than -1, but less than, let's say +2. Okay, so notice that our line was cut from here, -1 to +2. If you want to reduce that one, just reduce the number, +1 or 0. So you can control it in on your preferences. Okay, so another way of cutting a line, aside from using the domain, you can also use the range. Remember that the range is the set of all y values. So it covers going down and going up. Okay, so we can copy and paste this one, the domain. Then we'll just change this x into y, because we are now cutting our line using the range. So it depends on us, on our preference. For example, we want to cut this line from, let's say, from -2. This is the -2 going to +3. So -2 going to +3, and that is our line. Okay, so they have the same function, cutting a line, these two boundaries, but in a different way. Okay, horizontally for domain, vertically for the range. Okay, so how do we make a shaded polygon? So for example, I have here y equals 2. Okay, so this is my horizontal line. So I want to make another line, y equals, let's say, -2. Okay, I have two lines here, but I want to cut this because I am planning to put a two lines here. So I can cut this from -2 to +2. So I think I can use this one. Control C, then paste, but the boundary is from -2 to +2. Okay, so I just cut this one, the purple line. Then this one. So I can copy this one, copy paste this one to put a boundary on my line below. Okay, here we go. Now I want to shade this one. Remember that in graphing, the only graph that makes a shade are the inequalities. So we can change this equal sign into inequality. So you can put more than. So if it is more than, the shaded region is above the line, but we want to shade this part. So we can change this into less than. Okay. So since it goes on forever all the way down, and we want the shaded portion until here only, so we're going to make a compound inequality. So we will put another boundary here. So because it extends forever, so we want until -2 only. So we can put this one, since we have a boundary here, the -2. So we can, since the shaded portion starts from this line and it is represented by this equation, so we're going to edit this one, this inequality here. So we can set until -2 only. So you can put, or you can copy paste this one, -2, or you can just simply type it. It will be, and it is now cut until here only. So this tells us that our y is less than 2, but more than -2. So it means beyond -2 going down and beyond +2 going up is not included in the shade as a shaded region. So as you can see, we already formed a square. Now, if we want to form, let's say we want to make a triangle, so let us close this one. Let us hide them. So let us simply type a line. Let's say y equals x plus 1. Okay. So we can cut it from here, 0 to 3. So we can put a boundary, 0 to 3. Copy this one. Then we can edit this from 0 going to 3. Okay. So I want to put another one here, an identical line. So I will just copy this, y equals x plus 1. Okay, since it inclines to the right and I want to make a line that inclines to the left, so I will just change the slope into negative. Okay, it inclines now going to the left. Then I want to put it in here because I want to, let's say I want to make a roof for my little house drawing. So I will just simply increase this one, increase the y-intercept. So if I'm going to change it to 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. So I want to cut it from here, from +3 going to -6 to make it identical to this line. So my domain now is from +3 to +6. So I can copy this one, copy, paste. Then my domain is from +3 going to +6, and it's done. We're almost done. So you'll just put a line here. So I can simply type in y equals 1, y equals 6, y equals 3, y equals 1. Okay. So and I want to cut this from +1 to +6. Okay, so use this domain again, Control V, then edit from +1 to positive, oh no, it's from 0 to +6, and it's done. And if I want to shade this one, so I will just click this line, and this tells me that this line, this is the equation, so I'll just edit this equals, and I will change it into less than because I want the shaded region going down. So delete and change into less than. But I want to limit this until here only in +1. So I will simply put more than +1. And it is now, it has now a boundary. Okay, how about this one? So just click this blue line, and this is the equation for the blue line. So we'll just change this inequality, that equal sign into inequality, less than. Then after that, we want to have a boundary for this blue shaded region, and the boundary is until here only, until 1 point of our y-axis. So we can set a boundary more than 1, and it's done. Now if you want it to have the same color, so you can click this one, the settings, then you can change, you can click this one and you can choose any color you want. So you want to make it red, and it's done. That's how easy.